And we are live. Hey, welcome to another episode, another sequence of Pinpoint Coaching. We have our lovely guest host over here or there, not sure, but you're here with us, and that's what matters. Krista is going to help us out. We're going to discuss some of the finer nuances of driving traffic to our offers and making money by using Masterclasses. And if you stay tuned, if you stay to the end, you're going to get an amazing little cool trick where we're going to teach you how to charge for your masterclass, do it completely free, and make a buttload of money doing it. So if that sounds really confusing, I guess you'll have to hang around to the end and get the answer on just how to make that maximized for your profits. So Krista, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. That all sounds like really good news to me, making lots of money off of a masterclass.
Yeah, that you do for free. That's the best part.
Right?
So Masterclass. Tell me your initial feeling when the word masterclass comes up.
Oh, when it first comes up, like as an audience participant person, I guess it's almost that sense of, oh, great, because so many people invite you to them, right? Oh, come to my masterclass, join my masterclass. In that sense, it's kind of almost dread.
No, why do you dread it? So this is important for people to understand. If they're going to effectively use a masterclass, it's important to understand why people dread them.
Oh man, I think it's almost like it's because it's like when that friend invites you to like that, I hate to say like Tupperware party where you know what's gonna happen. Like you're gonna go, you're gonna get information, there's gonna be a pitch at the end. But you love that friend and you want to support that friend, so you go.
Right. So the general feeling, and this isn't just you, I've heard this from a lot of people. When somebody invites you to a masterclass, you have this feeling of, I want to support the person and I want to be nice. Right? I want to be nice. I'm going to show up. Well, see, that doesn't serve two people. A, you don't want to be there, and the person putting on the masterclass isn't benefiting from by giving you stuff that you want because you have no interest in being there. So now everybody's just wasting everybody's time.
Yeah.
So the real question is, how do we get past that feeling in all of our audience?
I mean, I've been to your master classes, so I'm a total convert to the masterclass situation. But
I spoil a lot of people.
Oh, no joke.
Then they go to other master classes and they go,
Yeah. Like you will never attend a Chad masterclass and see a masterclass the same ever again.
No. Okay, so what are the things that we dread in a masterclass, right? It's not going to be relevant.
Yep. The amount of time.
I don't know this person, so we can't really trust them. We don't know the person putting on the class, right?
Right.
You don't know if the content is going to be any good.
Right.
Or if you're like me, I've been doing this for 28 years. Almost everything in every masterclass that I go to is old news.
Right.
Like it's just rehashed. It's the same stuff. There's nothing new under the sun, folks. There's just different ways to package it and put it together. So the information is already there. What you should be looking for is people that can take what's the current assets that are there and put them together into something that's easy for you to implement. A masterclass should never be used to sell.
So on that note, like seriously, how do you define a masterclass? Because I've been in situations where, there's words like webinar, there's words like preview of court. Like there's so many different ways of looking at things. Like how is a masterclass defined?
Okay. So we'll bring it back to the beginnings, right? Okay. First, there were seminars. You could go to a seminar back in the old days when we actually had to get in our car, get off our butts, get in the car, travel to a location because we actually wanted to learn something. We actually had to invest in learning something. It may be a free seminar, but you know what? It cost me my time, my energy, my comfort, my convenience to get in the car so that I could spend gas to drive to a place where I had to buy extra food, to where I showed up because they had a meal and you ate it and you thought like they found it off yesterday's airplane meal, right? But it was part of the free gift, right? Show up, enjoy the meal, I'll have a quick presentation. Well, those they worked really well for a little while. And then Then we could do a tele-seminar. All you had to do is call up on the phone and just listen to the message.
Oh,
And if
boy.
it resonated with you, you signed up. It was awesome. Here's the kicker. Guys, it still works powerfully. It still works powerfully. And if, by side note, if you want to know how to do that, just comment below. Just put teleseminar or something down below, and I'll reach out to you. I'll show you how you can do that. It's really kind of cool, and it's free. So, don't waste it.
Hold on, I need to type that in.
Right. Yeah, it is free. Whoop. But those still work. But they weren't as effective for two reasons. People started realizing they didn't have to go look at a message. They could just look it up online and actually have somebody tell them in person via a video seminar, aka a webinar. People signed up, they showed up, we got this live presentation. It was all great. And then the marketer said, wait, isn't there a way that I could do this without showing up? Because we're marketers, we're lazy, right? Thus became our automated webinar. Oh, I'm sorry. Our pre-recorded sales pitch. That's what a webinar turned into. It used to be you went to a seminar so that you could learn. Now, webinars are generally put together in a way to present their offer effectively so that you'll buy something at the end. Why else would you do a webinar, right? Especially a free webinar.
Sure.
Well, a masterclass is generally a little bit different. The purpose of a masterclass is to teach you something that will get you a result.
Okay.
Not to sell you something else, but to teach you something that will give you a result.
Now, well, it's good to know the difference.
Yeah, because most people use those words interchangeably online. They don't know what a masterclass is. They just heard everybody's doing masterclasses. We should do a masterclass. How do you do a webinar anyway? And then they go look up webinar and they come back and people expect to show up and learn something and they get a couple really useless tips. Like, are they accurate? Yeah. But if you don't know how to implement them, well, that's why you buy my course. That's why you buy my program. No, it's not a masterclass. Do not charge somebody something to get inside your masterclass so you can give them a sales pitch. If you do that, do me a favor. Don't ever reach out to me. Don't ever talk to me. Don't ever contact me in any way, shape, or form ever, because I don't want to be associated with you. Because that's just wrong. Okay. So if you're going to invite somebody into something to teach them something and they pay you money for it, teach them something without the intent to sell them something.
So there better be a package situation that you can take tools that you can get results from at the end of a masterclass.
Yeah, or the information that you give them has to be actionable information that they can immediately go out and apply. Now, if you're smart, big if you're smart, you'll structure your masterclass in a way that the information that you give them is so implementable so quickly that they should be able to go out today after the masterclass, implement it, and get a result. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be massive, but it has to be a result. Because you want people to get in the habit of one thing. Talk to Chad, get a result. Talk to Chad, get a result. Talk to Chad, get a result. They don't have to be big results. They have to be a result. And do yourself a favor, make sure it's a positive one.
How do you mean? Like, can you specify?
Sure. Because I love to bash on a lot of approaches that are used with high ticket affiliate marketing. So here's one. Don't do a masterclass on how to reach out, add 25 to 30 friends on your Facebook list, reach out to them, ask them 5 qualifying questions, offer them your low ticket offer to your high ticket program, and then say, low ticket doesn't work. And then tell them how to do it. Because that's going to get them a result. It's going to get them the standard average result that every other high ticket affiliate marketer is getting out there doing exactly the same thing, which is a very bad negative result.
Right.
Most of them work for months and months on end. Some of them a couple of years before they ever make their high ticket sale that way.
Mm. Okay, so that
On
would
the
be
other
the
hand,
negative result.
that would be a negative result. Or another one, don't teach them how to optimize their profile and then tell them to put links somewhere that's going to get them shut down. Don't teach them how to go into other groups and comment with your Telegram link on every single comment for every single post that ever comes in, going, well, if you do it enough, eventually someone will buy. No, you're going to be considered a spammer and you're going to be viewed negatively. So what would be a simple, actionable result? Simple and actionable result. I can show you exactly where to go to, how to create, publish, and make available a simple lead magnet.
Okay.
Right? And then I will teach you, specifically show you how to go inside of an autoresponder or system and have that automatically delivered every time somebody signs up to your email list, and then show you how to create an email campaign. Well, guess what? You could walk away from my masterclass, immediately go out, create a high quality lead magnet, put it into an automated system with an automated email follow-up sequence. And the only thing you got to do is give away this amazing resource, and then people will automatically be given your sales process afterwards.
Oh, wow.
That would be a positive, actionable, could be done immediately.
Right.
We've done that with Sleep Pay.
Yep.
You literally can take, in 2 hours, you can set up your entire system from beginning to end on free software with email copy, product, lead magnets, everything. And you can do that all within 2 hours. And here's the crazy thing. A lot of people charge anywhere from $97 to $247 for a masterclass to teach you how to do that. We literally have gotten it broken down into a simple PDF with 5 basic steps and have you completely set up. And we give it to people for free.
Yep.
So it's like, if you give them something that will give them an actionable result, then every time they see you, every time they come in contact with you, they're used to getting a result. Okay, I talked to Krista. I did what Krista said. I got a good result. I talked to Krista. I did what Krista said. I got a better video. I did talk to Krista. I did what she said. I connect with my audience better. Wait, Krista has a thing? Definitely worth it, because every time I see Krista, I get better.
So you want that connection, that trust situation.
Absolutely. There are so many people that buy something. When I put out a program or I'm doing a masterclass, they will show up for it and they're like, well, dude, you just said you were doing a class, so I signed up. Well, do you know what we're teaching? Nope. It's just
you sold it.
Every time you open the door, you drop gold. Okay. Right. That's what you want when you do masterclasses. Now, here's the problem. A lot of people are beginners. I mean, they aren't going to be able to, let's just say I spit masterclasses like Eminem spits rhyme. Okay. We each have our thing that we've become good at over the years. I'm white, but I'm no rapper. But I can definitely run a masterclass. I can definitely connect with people. What do you do, Krista, if you don't know how to run a masterclass?
Talk to you.
Talk to me.
Okay. Hey, that's been the right answer thus far.
Good answer.
Reach out to Chad.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to say to me?
Well, Chad, you've been doing this for a long time. How can I go about doing, maybe not exactly what you're doing, but how can I put together a basic masterclass that is going to get me the results that I'm looking for? I think would probably be my approach. Okay.
So that would be one way. So how is that going to get rid of the rest of the problems, though?
Which problems?
Which problems?
There's all the problems. Which ones are we specifically targeting here?
Well, specifically, what I would say is we talked about we don't have the experience, the clout. Maybe you don't have the reputation of being a trainer.
I got you now.
What are you going to do with that, right?
With that, I would say maybe, hey, Chad, I know you've been doing this for a while. I'm really new at this. Would you mind maybe co-running a masterclass with me?
Okay. That would be a great way of doing it. So what happens at that point? How do we approach it with people?
How do we approach it with people?
Uh-huh.
Well, typically, you know, as far as I know, you typically find out what they're teaching on, and then you come in as a support so that you ensure the person is really the one running the show, so to speak, and you're there to support. So they get the real sense of what it's really like. And there's, I don't want to use the term hand holding, but you show them what it's really like to be the one having the presence in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I
Yeah.
made sense.
Yeah. Okay. So if you don't know what to do, doesn't it make sense to actually go talk to somebody who actually runs masterclasses?
Mm-hmm.
Find somebody who is an expert in your area. I know this is going to sound counterproductive to people at the moment, but find people who are an expert in your field. I know. Now everybody's like, "Oh, well, I don't want to mess with my competition." Why?
But that's not messing with your competition, really. Because if you think about it, there's no such thing. Granted, in niches and things, sure, you're going to have people who are selling the same things, but they're not going to sell them the way you do. And I think that's one of the biggest things I've ever gotten from master classes and things like that. You know, I was like, well, I can't do or speak about this because there's this expert or that expert. So I can't do that because I'd be blown out of the water.
Right? So what we do is we do this unique thing, and it's called leverage. See, you and I could both go over and teach people how to be more effective in affiliate marketing, right?
Mhm.
We could both go out there and do that. But maybe I have a high level coaching. Maybe
In
I
theory.
have a high level coaching, and I'm charging 20 grand.
Mhm.
And people are making their money back in the first month. What if I'm teaching that and you're teaching how do you find affiliate products to promote?
Those are two
Guess
very
what?
different areas.
Two completely different areas, but guess what? We're both in affiliate marketing. We're both experts in what we do in affiliate marketing. What are the chances that there are people in my audience who just don't even know where to find a decent product to promote?
Probably pretty good.
Yeah. What are the chances that there's somebody in your audience who has some really good promoting products, but they want to be able to learn how to really amp it up, scale their affiliate marketing business, and cut down on all this ridiculous outreach marketing?
Probably pretty good.
So although we may be competition, being two experts in the same field, both selling an affiliate product about affiliate programs, we're not in direct competition.
Not at all.
We have our competition. Keep this in mind. All of our competition has our unique audience. Therefore, we need to stop seeing them as competition and start seeing them as collaborative partnerships.
Yep.
I have no problem partnering up with anybody. Do you know why? Because nobody can hold a stick to what I do.
That's true.
Because I'm me. Because I'm me.
Mhm.
Right? And it's not about I'm more brilliant than anybody else. I was just smart enough to put it all together and use what I've got. And I can show other people how to do the same. Now, the beauty of saying collaboration instead of competition is the fact that you're looking for ways in which you can both serve that audience better.
Mhm.
So maybe it is that you just don't have much of a reputation. Cool. So do a masterclass with me. And you know what? You're going to be known as the value bringer to your audience because you brought me.
Yep.
And in the same respect, if you come in there and you answer a problem for my audience that I don't really address, because trust me, when you're working at $20,000 coaching, you're not really like, this is how you find an affiliate product. No, we're more like, this is how you create a product and find affiliates. Like, we'll show you how to really massively make some profit with affiliate marketing.
Mhm.
But most people don't realize that affiliate marketing, there's two sides to that coin. There's the product creator and there's the promoter. Both place has their respective ups and downs, right? but they're not nearly as big or as small as people try and exaggerate them to be. They're just everything's got its plus and minuses, and you just work with both your high points, your low points. It's no big deal, but you have to know how to leverage that and do that. One of the ways that we use is Masterclasses. So even if you can't run a masterclass, hook up with somebody that does. Do you know why? Because although you may be a complete unknown in their audience, they have no idea whether or not you're a complete unknown.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that they're going to know is what you teach them. And if what you teach them gets them an immediate result upon implementation, you are now an expert to some, not completely unknown. You are known as a value bringer who gets results. Unknown becomes immediately known and elevated as one who gets a results. Now, the cool thing is you get to step in using the borrowed ethos of the person that you partnered with. Everything that my audience believes about me will believe that about you +1, because I had to bring you in.
And that's the whole aspect of the value bringer.
The value bringer. So now I'm the value bringer because I brought them you. So if I bring you in front of my audience, I'm the value bringer, and you get to be known to my audience as someone who gets results in the area that you work. If you bring me in front of your audience, you're still known as the value bringer, and then I get to be known as one who gets them results in the area that I spoke on. So now, either way, everybody benefits.
Right. Well, not to get off on a side tangent, but I know sometimes connecting with people that way can be intimidating, not only for the person going to ask, but for possibly the person that has that audience. So I'm kind of wondering, how can you get around that a little bit?
Okay. What's the intimidation factor?
Well,
I mean, we can blow that right out of the water. Both sides, real easy.
Sure. Okay. So let's say I'll say I don't want to use the word gatekeeper, but that might be the best one. The person who has the attention of the major audience. Okay. I know there's often that fear of, I spent all of this time and now this person's coming in, and there is a very good likelihood in my mind that they will poach my audience.
Then that's because you, as the person bringing it up, coming to me, have not properly positioned your offer.
Okay.
If you actually contact that person and says, hey, you know what? You don't go be like, hey, I noticed you got a really big audience of people interested in affiliate marketing. I have a program in affiliate marketing, and I think I'd love to come in there and maybe do a co-training with you so I can sell my shit.
So not a good approach there.
Not a good approach. Now, on the other hand, let's flip the tables real quick. You have an audience of 8,000 people.
Okay.
And on Facebook, that means that you have a following of probably about 300 people that actually pay attention to you. Okay. But we're going to say you got 8,000 people in your group. They're highly engaged. They're active. You keep engaged with them. They trust you. They know you. They like you. And I walk up and I say, hey, Krista, I noticed that you focus a lot in affiliate marketing. And one of the main focuses that you have is helping people to find those good affiliate programs to promote. I absolutely love that because there's so much garbage being put out there on the internet today. One of the areas that I help is people who found really good programs. I actually take them to the next level and show them how they can maximize their profits with good programs once they've done that. I think it's absolutely a completely logical next step for the people that you serve, because you bring them to a point of finding those great products. And I want to be able to come in and help them say, now this is a way in which you can maximize your profit. I was wondering if you might be interested in having me come in and do a training for them. Just give them that next step. So once you have them, we can actually do that. I've got a couple of high-level programs that I offer. There'll be absolutely no promotion whatsoever. I'm not going to pitch to them. There's going to be no offers. But what I'd like to do is be able to just come in and just let them know that there is a next step and how to reach that next step. I'm not going to give my whole training on it, but I'm going to tell them what that next step is to really help them start to gain more profit. Is that something that you might be interested in?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say no to that.
Right? Now, what happened? How are you not concerned? I'm going to come poach. I told you I'm not going to.
Right. In a number of ways, not just one.
I'm not going to promote. I'm not going to make offers. I'm not going to make a pitch.
And it's something I don't even focus on. I'm not going to give them my full
training, but I am going to give them the next step to show them that there's more. Let's be real. You're not stupid. I want them to know that I'm the next step. But the cool thing is I'm telling you right off the bat, it's a step outside of where you already work, which means I am not a compete for what you do. I'm the next step, which means they have to go through you to get to me.
So that feels actually kind of good.
Yeah. In fact, those that might be on the fence would be like, I'd like to do affiliate marketing, but I'm really not sure like what's on the other side. Man, I can show them what's on the other side and how to start doing it. But what you need is to find the right product. And Krista can help you do that. See, so it puts you in the middle of a chain that they have to follow through to get to where I'm at.
Right.
So that's all these small little things make you go, how can I say no? Now, even if they say no, I said you guys are going to get a really cool tip, a trick at the end, if you will. Hey, that sounds great, Krista. One thing I normally do, I normally charge about $97 for this initial masterclass. What I'd like to do is twofold. One, because it's your audience and you're bringing me in, I would like to go ahead and discount it 50% just for your audience. And I want you to let them know that because you're bringing me in, they get a 50% discount. Would that sound like it would be something that would be pretty cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then just one other thing, it's kind of what I'd love to do for you because I love the work that you do. Can I just give you 100% of all of the initial ticket sales right up front?
I mean, I wouldn't complain to that.
I mean, if they register right before right before we start the masterclass, everybody who's registered, I'll just shoot it right over to you in PayPal. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Now give me all of the objections that you have to me coming in now.
That'd be kind of hard to find some. Like, done. Like, literally,
Right?
You're discounting your program, or you're discounting what you would be offering. And then not only are you doing that for my audience, for me, but any income that would have come to you, you're then giving to me 100%. Like,
Yep.
I would have a hard time to say, yeah, no, I'm going to say no to money. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Let me say no to that.
Like, you're going to do the training. I don't have to do anything. Like, I don't know. I don't see a downside.
And see, that's the beauty of it. When you present it in such a way that there is no downside, it makes it really easy for people to say yes.
Mm.
Now, why would we do that? I mean, how on earth can we make any money that way?
That's a good question.
Right? Because this is what I told you at the beginning. How to charge for a masterclass, do it for free, and make a butt ton of money doing it. Two things happen. What do you think the chances are that they'll have you come back again?
Probably pretty good.
Probably pretty good, right? The fact that the last time that you came in, they made a buttload of money. Do you think that's going to make them happy?
Probably.
The fact that you've never poached their clients during that time, do you think that's going to make them happy and trust you more?
Yeah.
So you know what you do next time? Is you let them know that you have a masterclass coming up.
Mm.
Would you like to, I was wondering, I know you had a really good return the last time I came in and did a training. I've got a masterclass coming up. I was wondering if you'd be interested in promoting that to your audience. Last time we discounted it to your audience 50%. What I'm just offering you is I'll just give you a 50% commission. We're running full price, but give you a 50% commission. If you want, I'd even be willing to drop it down like 20% for your audience because it's not you and I together. It is my program. But if you wanted to do that, we could work out a deal where we could drop it like 20%. It's up to you because that 20% cuts out of your 50% commission. But, I'd love to be able to do that and continue to offer that training for your audience. Is that something you might be interested in?
Yeah.
Cool. I put together some graphics and some promos already. I can get you set up with an affiliate link 15 minutes if you're interested. And we'll get that all set up. I've got everything up in a Google Drive folder. I'll just shoot you the link over there. You can use that for any promotions. We're going to start promoting about 3 days prior to the event. We never leave a lot of time because we want people to know, hey, show up and you'll get your results. Don't show up and you miss out. So 3 days ahead of time, we've even got each one of the promo things day by day, what day to send it out. So if you want to just follow through with that, place your link in there when people ask about it. And everybody that comes in through your link, you get paid for. And we don't even have to worry about transferring anything. It's just an automatic payment through the affiliate program. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll shoot it right over to you. It's just that simple.
Wow.
Now, what you're doing by doing that masterclass at the front end, you're building a relationship with an influencer. It says, hey, can I just give you all the profit?
Mm.
We're going to give it an amazing deal for your audience, and we're going to give you all the money up front. Because that first interaction, everybody's got to win.
Right.
You get introduced to their audience. Win. They make money. Win. Audience learns great information because it's a master class to educate, to inform, to help them get their next step. And they get it at a discount. Double win. And as long as the audience double wins and the audience, the gatekeeper wins, they're not going to care if you win by simply being able to say hi. And there's a simple process that we do use. Got a master class teaches you how to do that. Of exactly how to actually go through and connect with influencers, how to get inside the circle, how to connect with them, and do it in a way in which you're never poaching, in which you're never stealing their clients, but everything that you do always points back to the person that brought you to the audience. And you'll find that you'll build these amazing connections and networks. I got to remember that, networks. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down just so I can make sure you have it.
Connections and networks to where at any point you can always reach out and retouch points with other people's audiences that they've already nurtured. Yeah. They're already warm and hot. Not cold and lukewarm, but warm and hot. Like they're already educated. They're already got the base core knowledge. You're just taking them to that next step. So what you do is you find people who have audiences who are missing the piece that you bring. Mm. If you teach how to find a good affiliate program,
right,
and I teach how to find a good affiliate program, how do you get in front of my people?
Well, unless we're teaching different ways and there's a subcategory, probably wouldn't.
But if you're teaching a different way to get the same result that I am, you're competition.
Yeah. So that's not going to happen. No.
Yeah. What if we said how to collaborate with other product owners to increase the visibility of the products that you find to promote?
Oh, okay.
Heck, now I'm interested. Like what? Because I've got a couple things I'm promoting. This is actually kind of interesting. So find a way that everybody benefits and then put together a class on that. Maybe you teach how to find affiliate programs. I teach how to find affiliate programs, but we come together and we talk about 5 different ways, or maybe we'll say 4 different ways. You have 2 favorite, I have 2 favorite. We're going to share our favorite 4 ways to maximize the profit from your affiliate programs.
Right.
It's a really cool thing because they're going, hey, that's cool. I hadn't really thought about that. You connect, you create something of value. And now you have 2 places where either one could be invited to the other person's platform so that you can both offer something because everybody does it uniquely. Mm-hmm. Unless you're selling somebody else's affiliate program, then you're selling the same thing everybody else is. Right. Beauty of being a product creator, there's never competition because nobody's doing what you're doing. Just throwing that out there for y'all.
Things to take note of, put it in your back pocket.
Put that nugget down. You'll find out how profitable that'll make you later. But yeah, the beauty is to look at it and say, how can I provide something that nobody else is touching on? And how will it benefit that other person's audience? And then how can I present it to that other person's audience so that absolutely no way, shape, or form can they see a loss?
Gotcha. So, okay, as like a newer person in the realm of online marketing, I heard what you said, but there's that idea of going in, I'm going to search for those people that I would find interesting, but in my mind, I'm going to go, oh, there's conflict because we would be competition. So what you're saying to clarify, to avoid that, would be to find a way to make sure it's a win-win, and what we talk about would be a non-compete. Not so much that we're not doing very similar things.
Okay, so here's the kicker. There is no competition because there is no selling. Like that, I want everybody to just plug that in their brain. There is no competition because there is no selling. It's a masterclass.
Right.
You're not there to sell anything. The selling should be done when they go into the masterclass.
Oh, okay. Like, talk about that for a minute.
It's a paid masterclass. The selling stops the moment they enter inside.
Okay. So it's that joint.
The sale was already made. Now the two of you are delivering value.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, if there isn't somebody, if you're not doing a co-training with them, then just deliver the value. There's no need to sell. You already sold.
Okay.
But what about the upsell? You just gave them value.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the
next thing.
A burning question.
Right. That's because everybody's like so focused on how do I make the money? You can't make money. Last time you try to make money, you'll put you in prison. But you can earn money. Right? You can have a value exchange. Here's the key, folks. If you give them value, they'll give you value back. Which means if they gave you value and paid to get in your masterclass, your responsibility is to give them value, not try to figure out how to suck more out of them.
Gotcha.
When you do that, they're going to like you. They're going to trust you. They're going to believe in you because you're there to serve them. But in answer to the question, how do we get to the other end? How do we get to the offer? How do we sell big? How do we make that money if we're giving it all away? It's the first step in creating relationships, which will allow you more consistent access to their audience. Okay. Now, if you go and you say, yeah, I'd love to promote that for you, Chad, guess what? I'm not on your platform anymore. I'm on my platform. And when your audience shows up on my platform, I'm going to end my masterclass and be like, hey, if this really helped you, go with it, run with it. I know you've got enough to go take action on and get some great results right now. If you need a little bit of hand holding, you want somebody to show you out how to navigate that a little bit more, just reach out to me and we can have a conversation about what that looks like. But like I said, there's no pitching, there's no sales, there's no offers here. I just wanted to come and bring you immense value. I hope it serves you. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys have an amazing day and thanks for showing up.
Okay. So my takeaways from what you just said are going to be that when you're approaching that first masterclass on the other platform, you're bringing value to them that way. But once you have that, I don't want to call it access, but once you've built those relationships and they're strong and everyone in that area trusts you, that's when you say, hey, I have something else coming up. And that is no longer on their platform. You're speaking from your platform.
That's right.
And that is where you can bring the whole value. Well, not even the whole value, but you bring your value.
Different value.
Right.
It's you're offering a different masterclass. That's all.
Right.
It's just the thing is, if you're on someone else's platform, this is the golden rule. If you go on someone else's platform, do not sell unless they've invited you to a speak to sell platform.
Okay.
Okay. If I invite you to one of my summits and I got 20 other speakers coming in over 20 days, come on, guys. We all know it's a speak to sell. Right. We're there to spend 20 days with you total so that they will get introduced to the experts in multiple different fields, and they will be able to reach out and talk to whatever expert is going to solve the problem that they have. That's a speak to sell platform.
Gotcha.
There are paid to speak platforms where I pay for the right to go in and speak. Yeah. Good money to pay to speak, to be on these platforms. And then you can sell afterwards.
Right.
And even on the pay to speak, some of those platforms say, yeah, but we get a certain percentage of everything you sell.
On top of it?
Of your own program.
Shoot.
So do I personally use speak to sell programs? Not at this point. Like, I'm going to keep my own profit because I know that if you actually just treat people well and you serve them and you bring them great value, they'll invite you onto their platform.
So be a good human being and Just show up and give value, serve,
Yep.
if you will.
Yeah, exactly. And if you do that and you always put the other people first, simple golden rule that I like to put in my business, always make sure the other person will always profit more than me.
I like that.
If I'm always focused on making sure that everybody else has a potential to profit more than I do, this is what's going to happen. Okay. I position you with greater leverage. Chances are I still weigh more. So although your potential is higher, and I position it so that you have the greatest ability to gain, it's not going to limit how much I earn.
Okay.
Just because I gave you the ability to go fishing doesn't mean you're actually going to go fish.
True.
I can sit there with no pole and a string, and I can probably catch more fish than the average person does in a survival situation. Why? Because they're going to be sitting there with their entire fishing gear all set up, sitting on the side of a creek in the middle of the woods with a bunch of bushes around going, I can't even cast. And I'm like, because I know how to do it in my arena.
Right.
So always position every offer that you have so that they have the greatest potential to earn, but you cannot make the money for them.
So the biggest word there is going to be potential. Yeah,
absolutely. I reached out. There's one person I put together, and he was just so excited for an entire month. He's like, I'm going to mail these people, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And he's telling me all these people in his network, and it's so huge. And he's got this big family base that's going to support him, and they're going to spread it all out. I'm like, all right, cool. And I showed up. The only 3 people that showed up with us for that whole masterclass are people that I brought with me.
Wow.
And I told him I'd give him 100% of all the sales that came in on a $97 masterclass. And you know what he told me first thing before we even went live? He says, oh yeah, man, I got really busy and I didn't do the mailings. I didn't do any promotions. And I'm like, dude, you got a network of over 8,000 people. You could have accidentally made a mailing and made a couple grand.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. 8,000 people given at $100 a pop, 20 people out of 8,000 would have made him $2 grand for showing up and doing a 45-minute masterclass in which I did all the teaching.
Dang.
You can give them potential. You can give them opportunity, but you can't do it for them. So position every opportunity that you have for everyone else to benefit greater than you. Like I said initially in the masterclass, I normally charge $97. I'm willing to give all of it up so that you can have all the profits, but I want to really serve your audience. So let's discount it 50%. You'll still make $50 for every person that shows up. You put 10 people in there, it's $500 for the afternoon.
Jeez.
Put 20 people in there, you made $1 grand. I mean, think about that for just a second. A $50 masterclass, which is frankly, it's nothing. Come on. A $50 masterclass to give them a result that they need in their business or in their life. 20 people is $1,000. If you've got a piece of knowledge, just one piece of knowledge that if implemented will solve the problem in somebody's business, and you can't find 20 people to give you $50, you might want to think about what it is that you're offering.
Yeah.
And these high ticket sales, they work for months and months on end before they ever make their first high ticket sale. But you could go out today and put 20 people in a masterclass for $50 and make $1 grand this month.
That's insane.
Oh, but you can't make any money with low ticket. Well, here's the kicker. If you're willing to do that with low ticket, you'll gain a following who will continue to follow you when you offer the high ticket. You don't have to sell them. They're already sold on the outcomes that you bring them. People don't want to buy programs. That's why high ticket sales are so hard for so many people. They're trying to sell the program.
So what works? It's getting that following then.
Is actually building trust with them, showing that you can get them a result. The reason that most high ticket affiliate doesn't work, and I'm just going to call it what it is. I mean, does it work? Yes. There are certain people that are making a killing at it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say high integrity, low integrity. It's not my place to judge everybody as a whole. And if I say it about one person, 900 are going to come out of the woodwork going, you can't say that about me. Right. Yeah, actually, I can. I just choose not to right now. But the reality is, most people are trying to sell an outcome that they've never experienced, and therefore nobody believes them.
Okay.
If you've never experienced it, how can you believe it? I mean, you've experienced working with me. If I walked up and be like, yep, made another $10,000 sale there, you'd be like, cool.
I wouldn't bat an eyelash.
You're like, figures. I'm still trying to get somebody to sign up on my email list. Right? But in the same regard, I'm going to say this. You made $6,000 worth of sales in one day.
Yep.
So in that same regard, not bad for a mental health therapist getting out of the field in her first year and end up doing that in a single day.
Yeah.
Because you did what? You did what I told you. That's the key. Just do what you're told by the person who's done it. Yep. Not the one selling it, the one who's done it.
I think that's so key, because even in the field of mental health, I remember I would teach on something that I wasn't confident in. And I was told, the room would tell me, they're like, yeah, we don't quite understand why you were talking about that, because you clearly either don't know what you're talking about or have no confidence in it.
Right.
You'd be right.
and so that's the kicker, is like, teach what you know, not what you've been told. And I always tell somebody, if you can't teach it to a fourth grader, you don't know it well enough. If you can't explain it in a way that a fourth grader can understand it, you don't know it yet.
I better go find some fourth graders and they'll figure out if I know what I'm talking about some days.
Or talk to a boomer. We're all about the same.
You said it, not me.
We've either never made it past fourth grade education, or we've been doing it long enough, our brain is just kind of warped back to fourth grade. We're like, whatever. We're just going to crack jokes and pick on people. But yeah, the reality is, if you want to make money with Masterclasses, stop trying to sell people all the time. Create an opportunity for everyone else to benefit, and then build those relationships on bringing value. This is affiliate marketing, owning your own product, sales of any type is not a short-term game unless you run a grocery store. How
do you mean? I have to ask.
Okay. A grocery store, it fits the immediate need. You're hungry, you go to the store, you buy it, you eat it, you're hungry again tomorrow.
Right.
That's a short-term game. Because if they don't buy your produce, it's going to rot.
Right.
It's a short-term game with a long-term need. Okay. Other sales is not a short-term game. It's not like, okay, people literally camp out in the streets, in parking lots, in tents, in freezing weather to pick up the new, latest iPhone. Do they need it? Does it really do anything different?
Not usually.
Hate to say it to you guys, but my $45 or $47 Android does for me absolutely everything your $1,300 iPhone does for you.
Wow.
Including shoot 4K video. Like, serious, you guys are you're wasting your money. But you got to have it, right? Because it's the next thing. They're not buying it because it was a long term. You might say, well, that's pretty short term. They put it out and people just rush in to buy it. No. Yeah. They've spent years and billions of dollars convincing you that you need the next upgrade. And sometimes, and I'm not going to say which one to which one, but those who run iPhones will know that saying, hey, we'll give you a third camera on the back of your phone. How many of you realize it's the same camera? All of them.
I'm curious now what makes that difference. I'll have to look into that later. But it all goes to one place, right? Effectively?
It's just a camera. It's just a camera. What changes is the lens they put on it, maybe. But it's just a camera. Here's a kicker. You go to Walmart and pick up 4 or 5 different slide over attachments that go right on top of it, which will transform this phone into oval, widescreen, panoramic. It'll zoom in for long distance bird watchers. It'll do it all.
Wow.
I think it's like $20 for the whole kit.
Oh, geez.
Or I could buy, I don't know, 50 of those and these to match them and still be cheaper than yours. But but still, people aren't buying, they're not buying bread. They're not buying something they have to have. So you're going to have to spend some time nurturing that audience or nurturing the access to that audience so that they will see the value in what you have. Because right now you're an orange vendor in the middle of an orange orchard in Florida, trying to sell your oranges amongst everybody else.
That complicates things a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe. Unless you're sitting in the lawn chair with the owner of the orchard at the front gate.
Okay.
Now they're going to buy your oranges simply because they think it's the orchard owners. Because you're sitting right next to them.
That borrowed ethos.
Right? So the key is to actually position yourself in a way that everybody wins. You get the smallest straw, the shortest stick, the smallest portion every single time. And then you have that opportunity for them to make money on something you're doing outside of their platform. And since they made money with you last time, it makes even more sense for them to go ahead and promote it. In fact, it makes sense to their audience for them to promote it because they already came in and sat on the stage with you. So now it even makes more sense. And there's a lot of different strategies to actually get to the point of doing the masterclass. There's some things that you can do ahead of to make that even more accessible. And we probably discuss those in one of our future coaching sessions. But
I'm looking forward to it.
Stay tuned next week, where we're going to talk about some different things that are going to be able to really help you switch how you connect with people, how you grow your network, not your audience. And when you grow your network instead of your audience, you'll find that your audience gets huge.
Something to consider.
Yeah. So with that, what I say is, how do you think we should tie that up? We need to connect with an audience that you would normally consider to be competition. Collaborate with that audience gatekeeper, that audience owner, whatever you want to call them, influencer, and say, I'd love to come in there, do this great training, add a piece that I don't see inside what you're doing already that's going to help your audience immensely. I normally charge X, but I want to discount it onto this, and I want to give you all the money for it. Would you be interested in doing that training with me?
Sounds nice and easy to me.
Right? And then once they say yes, now you're in there. They know who you are. And the whole time you're in there, do yourself a favor. Praise the influencer and the gatekeeper that brought you in there. Hey, if you have any other questions, make sure to reach out to Krista. She's a wealth of knowledge. You know, if there's something she can't answer, she can always reach out and ask me. 2 things, positions that way. A, it shows Krista that I'm happy to point everybody back to her. I'm not there to steal anything. But it also tells the audience that if Krista doesn't know, I do.
True.
Right? You will have people... Chris is going to laugh right now. You will have people raise their hand in the middle of a class and go, how can I work with you? And I say this because I was asked to come inside at someone else's paid class to do a training, and Krista paid to be in that person's class, and she raised her hand and goes, so how can I work with you directly?
I knew what I wanted.
And you know what? Did it serve you well to take the initiative?
Thus far, yes, for sure.
Thus far. Yeah. I mean,
and I'm looking forward to the future. So yeah, it definitely served me well.
You know, at this point, she's not second guessing the fact that she raised her hand. I would venture to say she probably is looking back going, I hope you enjoy the smell of my exhaust. Because I'm not still sitting where y'all are struggling. Because I know for a fact, a lot of those same people are still going back to that same person trying to get the same result that they were looking for then. And it has nothing to do with that influencer. They do an amazing job of what they do. It's just they don't have the solution that a lot of those people are looking for.
Right.
But they go back because they know that person. And that's where we sometimes get stuck, is we get stuck going back to the people we're comfortable with instead of the ones that kick us in the butt and say, get moving.
Yep.
And that's where challenges are going to happen, but change is going to be really, really fast, is when you start learning this is what can really motivate us and move us forward. We got to take that action. We got to take those next steps. So if you have any questions about anything that we've covered, go ahead, drop them in the comment section underneath this video. We're definitely going to reach out to you, but definitely do not sit back and say, that was a fun training. That's a lot of good insight. And then go find something else. We gave you very actionable steps today. Reach out and find your competition, turn them into a collaboration, and do a training in front of their audience. And that will be the first step in you being able to profit greatly from that audience. But you never sell during your masterclass. All right? So with that, Krista, is there anything else you wanted to add before we tie it up at the top of the hour?
Shoot. No, I think that pretty much wraps it up. All good information, Chad, as always.
Awesome. Well, that's what I love to hear. You guys have an amazing day. Remember, there is beauty, there is grace, and there is greatness within you. Now go and share that greatness with the world today.